All right, let's just jump right in. Artificial intelligence isn't some sci-fi movie concept anymore. It's here, it's in pretty much every classroom, and it's definitely on every student's phone. But this incredible tool brings up a huge, huge question. Is it actually helping students learn, or is it just helping them, well, cheat? And get this. A recent survey found that 78% of Filipino college students have already used AI for their schoolwork. 78%. So really, it's not about if students are going to use AI anymore. It's all about how they're using it. And that's the real heart of the matter, isn't it? Because for a lot of students, AI has just become a glorified copy-paste machine, a way to kind of outsource their own thinking. And that's not studying, right? That's just avoiding the work. So are we using AI to make our brains better, or are we just letting it replace them? Now, what's so fascinating about this whole thing is that one of the best answers to this problem didn't come from some big tech company or a fancy university. Nope, it came from a student, someone who was seeing this whole thing play out firsthand in her own classroom. This is Keisha Musney. She's just 15 years old, a grade 10 student, and she's the founder of an amazing initiative called Next Level Student PH. And her age, that's not a gimmick, it's her superpower. Like she says, she's not talking at students about AI, she's talking with them. Why? Because she's going through the exact same thing they are. So what was it that she saw? Well, Quisha noticed her classmates were under a ton of pressure. Deadlines, tough exams, all those expectations. And to deal with it, many of them were just using AI as a quick shortcut. You know the drill. Copy the question, paste the AI's answer, and hit submit. The actual learning part, it was getting totally lost. And all of this led to the core idea behind her work. What if? What if we just stopped looking at AI as a cheat code to get an easy answer and started treating it like a study partner to actually help us learn? The whole goal is to flip the script, from avoiding the work to making the work better and faster. Okay, so where is the line between helping and cheating? This chart lays it out perfectly. On the left, you've got the good stuff, what we'll call acceptable use. This is AI as your thinking partner, asking it to explain something tricky, create some practice questions for you, or give you feedback on a draft you already wrote. But on the right, that's just outsourcing your brain, asking AI to write your whole essay or do your homework. The key is to live on the left side of this chart. And to make it super simple, Next Level Student PH came up with this quick ethics test. Before you use AI, just ask yourself these 3 things. 1. Would I be totally cool with telling my teacher exactly how I used AI? If you kind of feel like you'd need to hide it, that's a big red flag. 2. Can I explain this concept myself without the AI's help? If the answer is no, then you haven't really learned it. And 3. Am I actually learning something here? If you can't say yes to all 3, you might need to rethink what you're doing. Okay, so that's the why. That's the big idea. But what about the how? Like, how do you actually talk to an AI to get it to be that great study partner? Well, the answer is a really simple but super powerful method they call the SMART framework. Let's break it down. First step, S, is for specific. Don't be vague. Don't just say, explain Philippine history. Tell the AI exactly what you need, like explain the main causes of the EDSA revolution. The more specific you are, the way better the answer is going to be. M stands for me-focused, and this one's a big deal. You have to tell the AI who you are. Add your own context, like I'm a grade 10 student. This helps the AI adjust its answer to your level, so you're not getting some crazy university-level explanation you can't even understand. A is for action-oriented. Don't just ask a question. Give the AI a job to do. Tell it exactly what you want. Things like create a 10-item quiz for me or explain this concept to me step by step. You've got to give it a clear action. All right, now R is for role assigned. And honestly, this one's a total game changer. You give the AI a persona to act out. Tell it, act as a patient Filipino math tutor, or you are a strict history professor. Giving it a role completely changes the tone and the quality of what you get back. It's amazing. And finally, T is for tailored output. Tell the AI how you want the information. Do you want it in a comparison table, a timeline of events, or maybe just a simple checklist? When you specify the format, it makes the info so much easier to understand and remember. So let's look at the difference this makes. I mean, it's night and day. A vague prompt like explain Philippine history gets you a giant, generic wall of text. It's not that helpful. But a smart prompt? One that gives a role, is me-focused, gives an action, and asks for a tailored output, you get exactly what you need. The quality is just on a whole other level. To make this all even easier, Next Level Student PH actually built a prompt vault. It's basically full of these ready-to-use smart prompts. Here's the great one for math. It's got the role, the placeholders for your details, the action, everything. Students can just grab this template, fill in their own info, and get really helpful guidance. So what's the big takeaway from all this? When you boil it all down, it's about making a choice. Are you going to outsource your education, or are you going to supercharge your thinking? It's about using this technology to build real skills, not just to check a box on an assignment. And when you approach it this way, it totally transforms how you study. You can learn way faster, because you can get clear explanations whenever you need them. You can study smarter by making your own quizzes and plans. And most importantly, you're using AI ethically to build knowledge that's actually gonna stick with you long after the exam. It's all about what their tagline says, mag-aral ng matalino, study smart. And look, this isn't just a nice idea, it's really working. Just listen to this from Mika, a grade 12 student. She said, "Before, I used AI just to get the answer. After reading this guide, I understood how to really use AI to learn, not to cheat. Game changer." I mean, that says it all right there. That's the exact shift we're talking about, happening for real. And that really leaves us with one last big question to think about. Maybe this whole debate about AI in schools isn't about whether we should block it or ban it. What if the real future of learning is about empowering every single student with the skills to master this tool and turn it from a problem into their most powerful thinking partner?